right, Sean Zittel with Brandon Figueroa got his drink, gotta plug his drink, man. But once again, the WBA featherweight champion, now a 3-time champion in 2 divisions. Brandon, man, did you ever, for a moment, doubt that you could still perform at the level you performed at against Nick Ball after a tough recent string of fights where you won all but the Stephen Fulton fight, but sometimes didn't look like that same Brandon Figueroa that beat Mark Magsayo, that became champion at 122?
Of course, it's all had to do with my personal life, my career life. As you know, my family was always with me for the past fights. So after the Fulton fight, I decided to make a whole revamping of my camp. And sure enough, for the Joe Gonzalez, it was just me and my cousin and all my trainers from the LA team. Big shout out to Manny Robles. And yeah, I know that even that Joet fight, because it was just such a brush moment where I literally flipped the whole script with my family. Went by myself with my cousin to LA and had a really short amount of time to work with Manny Robles, but we got the dub. We knew that Joey Gonzalez is a tough fighter. We knew that he's a volume puncher, kind of like a reflection of me in a way. But obviously, I have different abilities, different skills, and I trusted my team. We got the victory. Fought really well for that fight. I know a lot of people will say it was close, it could have gone either way. But I mean, look at his face, look at my face after the fight. I did a lot of damage, and I'm happy that the judges scored it right. Because I felt like I was dominating the whole fight, and then after the 8, I just stepped it up. And like I said, it was my first fight after my first loss, second loss against Fulton, losing my belt. So it really kind of hit me hard. But then the second fight with this big opportunity against Nick Ball, I got to really work on my chemistry with Manny Robles. And this camp, we worked on the best strategy, the best game plan, the best preparation, sparring 12, 14 rounds against tough, gritty, short opponents that replicated kind of Nick Ball style. So to answer your question, it was just I was going through a lot of changes in camp, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, like nothing's the best, nothing's perfect, family, and I had to do with my personal life, family, in camp. So I decided to, for the betterment of my career, and I really want this, man. I told my dad, plug me in with a trainer that's for real, serious, no bullshit, and I want to get to the next level. So all right, son, I'm gonna see what I can do. And even my dad understood that he couldn't take me to that next level, so he plugged me in with Manny Robles. I showed up and we got to work. It was pretty quick, that camp. That's why with that Joey Gonzalez, it wasn't really my best performing, but as you guys can tell, what I can do with more preparation and more time with Coach Manny and our chemistry, man. Our chemistry was just highly up there, and that's what I already knew. I already knew that the second training camp with him was going to be even way better, and I mean, look at the results. So I can just imagine another training camp, how much more chemistry and teamwork is going to get better. So just excited and happy for all my fans that are patient. I know it's been a rocky, last couple of fights for me, but I promise you guys that now I'm situated with one of the best trainers in the world, and it's only going to get better from here.
Your older brother Omar obviously was a world champion. Did you think of him at all like, if I don't make adjustments, my prime can end quicker than I wanted to? Because Omar was all gas, no brakes, and in this fight you could see little changes to your style, little improvements. Did you think at all about that, or?
Me and my brother had very similar styles, but
yeah, you taught from the same guy, right?
The same dad,
right?
But very distinct in the way we both think. Me, I'm very disciplined. I don't want to talk a lot about my brother, but my brother, as you guys know, he had a lot of trouble issues making weight.
Mm-hmm.
I never missed weight on my part. So there's a sense of differences in professionalism and discipline. So I take my job very, very serious, very, very serious. I'm a professional in and out the ring, and I love boxing, man. This is my life. I've been dreaming of this since I was the 4th grade. I even wrote a book about becoming a boy boxer, fighting on TV, fighting for belts, So for me, it's like I told my older brother, like, look, bro, you don't have to worry about boxing. It's like you pass me the torch, the baton, and it's my time to shine, my time to finish the race for you, for our legacy, for everything that you stood for back then, for all the trauma that you went through. For things that a lot of people don't know, but I know what my brother went through. So I kind of told him like, bro, relax, let me do this. I love this sport and I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. Our Figueroa legacy is not gonna be tarnished, and I'm gonna carry it until God allows me to. So with that being said, I have nothing but love and respect for my brother, and I told him, don't worry about it, man. Like, let me take over, let me finish the race for you, and you can live through me now, as I lived through him when he was up and coming, and he was my idol at that point, and he still is, no matter if he's in boxing or not. I love my brother, and like I said, it's like my turn, brother. Like, you can sit back and relax, let me do this, and hopefully I'll give you the life that you deserve.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Happy to hear all that.
Yes, sir.
Nothing wrong from learning from your older brother and trying to improve. It's a great thing, Brandon. So you do know, before we get into the Robles adjustments, what the main adjustment was that really won you the fight, right?
There was.
You came out to the Led Zeppelin heartbreaker.
Yeah,
but I don't know
yes.
if you remember. I told
Yes.
you like 2 years ago. Like, I know you like the Pat Benatar, the
Yes.
heartbreak. You got to try. All you got left now is the Mariah Carey heartbreak. No.
Yeah, actually, Manny Robles was the one that plugged me in with that song, and he played it for me when I was literally, I think, Thursday losing weight, and as soon as I heard it, it like just fired me up, man. Cause I'm gonna be honest, no, nothing against Pat Benatar, but I was already getting tired of the same.
Yeah.
So when he presented me that song, he put it in the speaker there at the gym when I was losing the weight. Man, it just lit me up, man. Like, I told my manager, I'm like, make sure they put this fight and make sure they put it at the two minute
guitar solo.
Yes. So everything worked out perfectly. As you saw in my intro, I got fired up. All the UK fans were flicking me off. All the little kids, F you, you're gonna lose. Nick Ball's gonna like everything. And that's why I was just feeding off of that and the song at the same time. And then once that solo finished, it's just all right. You know, you can see it on my face. It's like, all right, time to go. And the rest is history.
And it's a British band. It's like a famous British band. So you're like, it's the perfect time.
Yes, yeah, it was just perfect. Yeah.
What about the Mariah Carey heartbreak? You think that might know, or that's not gonna ever make? I'm being funny. It's not a fight song, but
maybe it depends on the occasion, and maybe if she's there in person, I'll put it on for her.
There you go.
I don't know, but as far as song intros, I think Led Zeppelin might be the one for me for a little while until I decide to change it up a little bit, you know.
For this chapter.
Yeah, for this chapter of Brandon, yes sir, yes.
So after the fight, you guys showed a lot of class and composure. Yes. I did wonder. I said, man, if this fight was in Westlaco, would they have gotten some smoke back? But you guys stayed classy overseas, and one of the guys jumps in, he throws a kick at your team. They're upset. You're just celebrating a huge win.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of talk to me about that moment. And would it have been any different if the fight was in Texas as opposed to the United Kingdom?
No, of course. The reason why me and my team were so emotional because, like I said, all the injustices, them giving Nick Ball all the leverage, So it was more. That's why me and my team were so amped up. I mean, like I said, we went to the Lions Den. No one believed in me, and I knocked them out. Dramatic win. Kind of like a Rocky movie when he fights Drago, goes to Russia, everyone's against him.
Right.
So it was like a Rocky movie, man. It was beautiful, and I understand that the fans, they're gonna root for their guy, but definitely if it was in Texas, it would have not gone that way. They would have, yeah. My Mexican people, they're pretty crazy as well. But yeah, I decided to, kind of slow things down and, hey guys, Liverpool fans, I'm sorry. We didn't mean no harm. No foul play. We were just excited, and nothing but respect for your champion, Nick Ball, and he fought a great fight. But I was a better man tonight. So a lot of fans reached out to me like, "Hey man, we're sorry about about our people, showing you that we're not like that. You gained a new fan." So a lot of people, honestly, they showed a lot of love back. They showed a lot of love back, and they appreciated my class, my professionalism, and yeah, I like that.
And it wasn't Nick Ball himself, it was his team.
His team.
Right.
Yeah.
Was the, to Manny Robles, it looked like this was the best you had done with your distance, not necessarily needing to pressure all 12 rounds, all 3 minutes. You kept your distance good in this fight. There's a fighter in your camp, Perla Bazaldula, a young lady who trains in LA in your camp, and she says Manny trains you to be an intelligent bully.
Yes.
Do you feel like that's the right way to put it? And how much has he helped you what has he helped you with in a technical sense?
I mean, everything, man. Everything. He gave me that confidence. He's like, kid, you can box, kid. Like, you can actually really box better than you think. So him giving me that confidence, him preparing me that jab. You know, we honestly watched Nick ball a lot, and we saw a lot of holes. He opens up a lot. He loads up a lot. And the only thing that I see him vulnerable is body. I'm a body snatcher, so I saw a lot of openings for the body, and as you guys can tell, I broke him down, and then he was throwing wild at the 12th round, so I caught him perfectly. So that shot, I was looking for it in the first round. After he caught me with that big uppercut, he comes at me again, rushes me, and I kind of do a little step, and I kind of miss him, you know, because he was still alive at that time. But yeah, by the 12, he had no legs, breathing out his mouth, and that's when he opened up, and I caught him in between. So yeah.
What's most likely for you next? Is it a rematch or is it something else?
I don't think he's gonna want a rematch. I think my team and manager, promoter, they're organizing a fight. Hopefully with Riyadh, with Saudi, you know, with Turkey, Mexico versus the world, and I don't know. They're presenting me big names, and I'm like.
What are some of the names, Brandon?
Inoue, Carrington, Divino, Angela Leo. I mean, at this point, I tell them put him in front of me, and I'll do the rest. You know. So whoever it is, can't wait to go back to the drawing board with Manny Robles and do it again, man.
So you don't feel like you need hey, I just won this belt. Let me fight someone. You're down to go right into a unification fight.
Come on, like I want.
So that's what a lot of guys do.
Yes, I know tune-up fights, and I wouldn't mind doing a hometown fight. You know, back to. But hey, if these opportunities are being presented to me right now, let's get it. You know, I have no time to be fighting tune-up fights. Like I'm down to just get back in there with another champion and another elite level boxer. I came out pretty clean against Nick Ball, just a black guy. My defense was on point. So I just can't wait, man. I can't wait to showcase more skills, more abilities, and the best version of Brandon. So I feel like that best version of Brandon is just going to keep on. Every fight is just going to keep on getting better and better.
Can you rank the other three champions in order of who you think is the best, best to worst, number one, number two, number three?
Divino number one, Angelo number two, Carrington number three.
Why do you say Carrington, at number three? Was there things you saw in the Castro fight?
I mean,
because he's the one who's called you out the most.
Yes, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I got Castro out of there in 6. He got him out of the 9 for a world title. So, I mean, yeah, I would like to see him fight against better opposition for me to give him a better ranking. But, I mean, yeah, he's game. He's live. You know, he's a great champion now, as I can say that, and great fighter. I don't take nothing away from him. And, yeah, of course, I would love to fight him. But if you talk about champions, I mean, yeah, Angelo knocked out Venado, which was, one of the... he was knocking out everyone, beating everyone, and he knocked them out. So, gotta give credit to Angelo Leo. Divino Espinosa, I mean, he's undefeated, 24 knockouts?
Yeah, and huge, like,
yeah,
tall guy. It'd be like the first time you have fight someone taller than yourself.
Yes. So, I think Castro was the one, I think 5'7", the tallest one that I faced.
Yeah.
I mean, I got him out of there in 6 because I had a lot of body to work with.
Right.
I had more to hit,
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to fight anyone, man. I mean, I'm here to fight anyone. I never shot away. And, yeah, I can't wait. But I feel like I said, Bruce Carrington would have to fight better opposition for me to consider him, above Angelo Leo and Divino.
You've heard him calling you out, though?
Yes, of course. I mean, he came up to me, I think, when I was in a rematch Fulton, and I said, yeah, bro. Like,
I remember that. Right?
I'm with it, like I said, I'm never shied away. Like, I literally went to Nick Ball's backyard and fought him in front of his hometown. I'm fearless. That shows my character as a fighter. I'm an old school fighter, throwback fighter, as you can say, and I don't shy away from any fight, man. I'm here to fight, give the fans the fights that they want to see, and yeah.
He's a good counter puncher.
Yes.
And sometimes that gives a guy who throws a lot with volume like yourself, that's a good style to offset the volume and the pressure. And then people might look at the Fulton fights and say, we would edge it to Bruce Carrington. Why wouldn't that be the case if you guys share the ring in the unification?
Because I feel like Bruce Carrington actually wants to fight. Fulton was more of a boxer, runner. You know, I can't really make a fight out of that. You know, styles make fights. That's why I say styles make fights. And all the fighters that have fought me, if you notice, I've got them out of there. Nick Ball, Castro, Luis Neri came to fight me. I got them out of there. Mostly all the guys that engage with me, you know, I come out victorious. So if I fight Bruce Carrington, hopefully he comes to fight. I know they're gonna be looking at the Fulton fight, and you know, I'm just happy I'm gonna be with Manuel Robles. So whatever they're gonna come with, I'm pretty sure my team is gonna have a strategy to counter that. And yeah, I'm pretty sure his counter punching can counteract my volume. But I don't throw just to throw. You know, everything comes meticulously behind intention. And I mean, you guys saw it with Nick Ball. You know, I was just peppering him, took him to the deep waters, broke him down with the body shots, and I got him out of there.
Yeah, no loading up, and then loaded up when it was time to load up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, pretty much.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of people, they underestimate my skills, and I know, like I said, my past fights have not been the best performing fights. But you know, just stay tuned, be patient with me, and I will show you guys that I'm a way better fighter than I've shown you guys.
Do you see Inoue as a tougher challenge, even though he hasn't fought in the weight class than the featherweight champions?
I can't really say, I can't really say that. You know, I gotta give respect to the guys at 126. You know, it's a tough division.
So is that where he's gonna meet his maker at some point? Is that going to be the jump too high, you think, once he gets to 26, if he gets past Nakatani?
Yes. I mean, it's a whole different weight class, whole different ball game. It's a whole different candy store. So, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see. You know, I'm not really a talker, like to talk smack or anything like that. I like to let things play out, and, you know, I feel like eventually he's going to find out. You know, he's going to find out moving up, and I believe that my character as a fighter, what I bring to the table, to the ring, is very different than with any other fighter, because I trust in my abilities, and I'm just very, very stubborn, very stubborn, and I don't like to lose. I really don't like to lose, and knowing that I'm gonna fight him, trust me, I'm gonna prepare 100,000%. You know, I'm gonna be ready for whoever. Now that I'm a champion, you know, I'm not gonna let this belt go. You know. And there's more belts to conquer, and I feel like with Manny Robles in my corner now, this is gonna be the best, you know, like another chapter of my life as a champion now, and with Manny Robles on my corner, you know, get ready. Brandon Figueroa is coming, and I'm no pushover. Happy that everyone sees that, that underestimated me, like, oh wow, Brandon, this and that. I mean, I've been you. I've been you. If you saw what I was saying in the press conference, everything I said, it happened. You know, I'm very confident. I'm not cocky, and I just can't wait, like I said, to go back with Manny Robles and prepare for the next one.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm looking at how good and deep the division is with the 4 champions. I'm like, man, if Inoue gets past this division, then shit, I don't.
Yes.
He's the man. I mean, he's already the man, but I'm like, man, that'll just say a lot. So
yes, sir.
It's a tough division.
Of course, yeah, it's a tough division for any fighter, any mandatory challenger. Champion as well. If you're looking to unify, I mean, I'm all for it, man. 122 was hot when I was in there. Now that I'm in 126, it's hot. So, you know, I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Brandon, for you.